This is a Rogue Media Network podcast. Central Texas Life with Ann Harder presents Central Texas Events.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Central Texas Events. And I'm telling you, this is something I've been looking forward to because my longtime tennis buddy friend, Linda Gilliam, had told me a few years ago about
Granny basketball.
Granny basketball. And I thought, now this is different. This is different. Well, you've been going strong for 3 years now, and you brought one of your teammates here, Kay Wilson. Good to have you,
Thank you.
with us. And how did all this start, Granny basketball?
Go ahead.
In 2005, the National League started in Iowa. A woman was writing her father's memoirs. He was a coach, and so she said, people over 50 can play this. Women over 50 can play this game that they played in the 20s and 30s.
Right.
Because it's a gentler game. You know, women were very fragile in the 20s.
As you can see.
Yeah. I don't bounce as well when I fall down. That's the problem.
And then locally, the team started here October of 2021.
Okay. So
And Kay was responsible for initiating that.
all right, great. Thank you for your effort in that. But what's exciting is that one of the early Baylor Lady Bears games
Early.
is going to give you an opportunity to do an exhibition during halftime. And so this is what we're talking about, and it's coming up on the 14th, Saturday the 14th.
Correct.
What time is the game?
6:30.
6:30, so it's an evening game at the Farrell Center as they're kind of saying goodbye.
Yes, that will be
Yeah,
my last time to be on the court
yeah.
because we've had several reunions and been on the court there, so my last time.
Okay, it's going to be a little bit bittersweet, but how many ladies do you have playing? I know we have some pictures that hopefully our wonderful producer Mike Hamilton's going to drop in.
Well, we
from
crack-
time. But you in action. Do you do anything special with the height of the goal, or it's all regulation?
It's all the same.
Okay.
Same. It's just that we divide the court into 3 sections instead of, takes from the 6-on-6 time. When we were like in high school, it was 3-on-3. And so now we divide the court into 3 sections, and so you got 2, 2, and 2
Okay.
versus the other team. That helps us not run, if that's what we call what we do.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
You can't run.
Oh, okay, so that's a rule?
That's
Yeah,
a rule.
or jump.
Oh, and no jumping either.
There are 85-year-old women still playing this game.
So
I love it.
It's they call it, the National League has a kind of a motto that's a gentler game for women of a certain age,
Okay.
which is
Okay.
darling.
Well, having watched Lady Bear basketball for many, they make it look so easy. Those 19 and 20-year-olds who are
Ours is a little different.
amazing athletes. But you can still enjoy the strategy, I guess, of the
Yes.
game.
I mean, when it was 3-on-3, you had offense and you had defense, and that's what we're back to separated. And you got 2 people, so there's a lot of screening and shooting. So yes, you'll see basic basketball fundamentals, and it is so much fun.
It is so much fun.
Okay, so you are coaching. Are you the
Yes,
coach?
I'm
She's the
coaching.
coach, and she's wonderful.
Okay, so and yeah, I presume you played when you were younger.
I played at Robinson.
Okay.
I was one of the Rockettes, and was the first Robinson Rockette to be at the. We went to state championship 3 years and won for the first time when I was a sophomore. So.
Well, I can see why you want to kind
Yeah,
of
so
revive
so.
that. I never really did play basketball, so I still struggle with just understanding what's going on. So I will come and happily cheer you on.
We would love to have you.
Yeah, stick to tennis for now. But how many ladies do you have playing? I mean, obviously you have enough to field competitions.
Yes. Normally, right now we have 10 to 11, and we're still recruiting because
Okay.
we need more. And some of the players also ref games. So you're looking at what you really need is 10 to 15 players. So yes,
For a team.
anybody's interested in playing granny basketball, just let us know.
Okay, or maybe organizing a team.
We need more, and because we also travel, and people's lives also gets busy, so
Sure.
they can't always make all the games. We have now fixing to have 8 teams in Texas. We were 4, now we're fixing to be 8. We have 2 new teams coming in. So we travel from Fort Worth to Harker Heights to Killeen to Georgetown, Round Rock, Conroe, and maybe Katy.
So these are all where teams are located.
Yes.
It's just awesome to me. And so tell me about your outfits. Not outfits, your uniform.
Uniforms.
Well, I called
Shame
it a
on me.
costume for a long time.
So I presume this harkens back to.
To the 1920s, you could not show skin back then. So that's why every team has their own designated socks to distinguish us from each
Sure.
other.
Yeah, I was going to say, otherwise, you
So
know.
we
The
all wear
uniforms are all the
this.
So everybody wears white.
This is it.
Okay.
This is the only distinguishing thing. And when we
Ah.
play each other, one team will wear a penny over it to tell us apart.
Right, to make it a little bit.
Home team and away team.
Right, right.
So we got the bloomers. Can't show skin, and let me tell you, I've already done that once. My little sock got too down, and I got called for a penalty.
Did you really?
Yes.
A skin foul.
Skin
So-
foul.
Flesh
skin-
foul. Flesh foul.
Flesh
Yeah.
foul.
Flesh foul.
So same rules though, basically on the you can foul out and.
Yep, you can foul
Okay,
out.
so what are aside from showing a little skin, what are the other typical fouls that you get?
Well, we have the granny down.
That does not sound good. As
It
a
does
grandmother
not.
myself, who has fallen.
So when you happen to fall down on the court, we all get to say granny down, and that person hopefully is fine and gets to come out for at least one play before they can go back in.
Okay, that makes perfect sense
And
to
our-
me.
That's a reason we have a lot of the rules that are a little different, is to protect the ladies that
Of
are out
course.
there. The no running, the no jumping. We can only dribble twice.
Oh.
So we try, and you can't touch. So a lot of things to try to make sure
So
we keep the safety.
it's not a how would they put it? Talking about Baylor basketball,
Assertive or
aggressive
I can't say that either.
contact sport. Yeah,
It's not supposed to be, but.
but you're very competitive. I
Okay,
take it.
yes, we
Yes.
are.
Okay, so over the years, how have you racked up any championships here on this? What is the
Yes.
name of your team, by the way?
Waco 6 shooters.
Waco
Uh,
6 shooters.
Now, when I
That's
say 6
perfect.
shooters, we're shooting basketballs, nothing
of
else.
course, Of course.
But it does go back
Back
to Waco being Six-Shooter Junction back a
Absolutely.
long time ago. And
Absolutely.
we chose green as our color to
For
pay homage to Baylor.
For Baylor, yeah.
Yes, so we do have a reason for our uniforms.
you thought this through.
Yeah.
Thought this through. But how often are you practicing, or do you have like a season and everybody kind of takes off for a certain length of time? I'm sure you're busy training in the
Well,
meantime,
the
right?
fall time
Walking
is-
at least.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the fall time is when we do our practicing and
Uh-huh.
our fundamentals and stuff. Season starts in January.
Okay.
And goes through May. And then you have nationals, which is usually in July. We have been, our first year we went to national, which was in Kansas City, and our very first time, and we came in 7th, and we lost to the team that won nationals. That wasn't right, but we got to play. It had a blast.
Bad
and-
officiating, I'm
and
sure.
then we went this last. Our team didn't get to go, but we got picked up. Some of us got picked up by another team, and
Oh,
we
okay.
went this last year. My team, not everybody, but my team and a few extra from Round Rock went to the Kansas Senior Games in September, and we won that tournament. Yes,
Congratulations.
it was a lot of fun.
And-
And,
oh,
go
sorry.
ahead. While we were there, the Harlem Globetrotters came.
Oh, how fun.
And so one of the things that's going to get to happen is that they have given us free tickets to come to one of their games in February. So,
I bet they just love
oh, they
the fact
loved
you
it.
guys are doing this.
They
You
were
ladies. I guess you have some gentlemen who are coaching, maybe, or
No,
does it have to
no,
be a
she's-
female
she's-
coach?
No,
I
it
know.
doesn't. It does not have to be a female coach.
Okay.
No.
All right.
But we were lucky to get Linda, to recruit Linda to play
Sure.
Yeah,
and-
we have some coaches that are men for other teams.
for other teams. Yeah.
So you generally play. You practice in the Central Texas area. I think
At South
you-
Community Center,
Uh-huh.
They've been very gracious to let us practice there on
Right, and-
Tuesdays from
and-
10 to 12.
Tuesdays from 10 to 12.
So if anybody wants to-
if you want to go and just watch and maybe kind of see,
Yeah.
this could be something I could do.
Yeah. We encourage it. Come look.
I like to say it's moderate exercise and maximum fun.
Oh, absolutely. And I'm sure the camaraderie
Yes, we've
is
become great friends.
terrific.
It is
You know,
nice.
it's terrific.
And I would like to say that we were that's the number 2 team in Texas last year.
Yes.
Good.
Yeah. Round Rock's tough to beat, but we did
Oh, okay.
manage. We got closer to them every time we played them, and finally we beat them one time. But so we were the number
can
number
happen.
2.
It can happen. Okay, so how long is the length of the game the same? Or I mean,
It's
you're
still
doing an
4 yeah.
exhibition on the 14th.
We're just doing 1 quarter for
Just
that.
1 quarter,
Which is
okay.
we still play 4 8-minute quarters.
Uh-huh. And who will you be playing? Is it a scrimmage amongst yourselves?
No, we've got Harker Heights Old Glories coming in for that game.
Okay. I love it. Oh my gosh. I'm so glad to get to do this, let people know about, and you call it granny basketball, not grandma
Yes.
basketball.
No, Granny basketball.
Do you have to be a grandmother to do it, or is it just an age thing?
Just an age thing.
And which is
50 and above.
50 and above. Okay, having played tennis, you and I both know when you play in the age group, it's always great to be in that super seniors because there's a big difference between a 50-year-old and a 60-year-old.
And you still
Just
have
saying.
that. You still have that.
Yeah, you got so the babies on the court. But do you call them the babies like we?
No.
we
don't
call
call
some
them
of our younger tennis players babies.
You still, the middle section, which is another section of the court, a lot of times you can play some of your older or not as quick players that protects them from
Right.
getting into situations with the faster girls.
Yeah.
So I have, at this particular point, most everybody in 60s. I have 2 ladies that are in their 70s, and they're awesome.
Well,
I'm in my 70s.
I wasn't going to say that.
Oh, wow.
a woman who'll tell her age will tell anything. So
Oh, my.
that's okay. So what's the oldest you have on your team?
76,
76. Yeah.
and she's awesome.
Yeah, I'll bet. I mean, I know. It's age is just a number, right?
Yeah, and one of the ladies coming from Harker Heights is, don't know exactly, but she's over 80. And
Well.
she's good.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, she's a starter on their team.
This is just awesome. Okay. All right. Again, coming up on the 14th, Saturday evening, 6:30 game. Be
Right.
sure to get your tickets to the Lady Bears game at the Farrell Center. It's their farewell to the Farrell.
Oh, my.
And you guys are going to be the star attraction at halftime.
They will have a good chuckle.
And
Well,
a good time.
Yes,
and a good time, as you will as well.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So how can they get in touch with you again? I mean, you told us where you practice, but is there a
My thing is, if anybody wants to just come to practice on Tuesdays from 10 to 12.
Uh-huh.
If they want to call or text, I can give you my number and Kay's number.
do you have a Facebook page, social media presence?
Not
or-
for just Waco 6 shooters. They can go to the grannybasketball.com.
Okay.
And they can go through that and they can contact us if they are interested. But the main thing is come to practice, and that gives
See
you
what
the
you think.
best.
and just see what it's all about. Well, thank you so much, Kay.
Thanks.
Linda, it's just
good to see you
awesome to
again.
get to hear about all this, and you just come back again because I want to hear more as Granny basketball starts to take the court here in Central Texas.
Yes.
Appreciate you both.
We have the most teams in Texas of anywhere in the United States. We have 8
Oh,
teams,
really?
and no other state has that many teams. So
Okay, 8 teams in Central Texas.
Yeah.
In Texas.
In Texas. Mhm.
Yeah, good, and more to come. Sounds like.
Yep.
As we get the word out, it just
Yes.
sounds like a lot of fun, and people are so much more active and want to stay active
Yes.
and do some fun things, So this is it, Granny Basketball. Thank you all for being with us for Central Texas Events. Hope to see you on the 14th at the Farrell Center, 6:30.
Thanks, guys.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
This has been a Rogue Media Network production.